Hola, amigos, and welcome to the Markout Mania.
Mania.
Mania. I'm Pedro Borique, Texan Spaniard, and we're live this Saturday morning for the Markout Mania podcast. Fluz is in the house. Oh my God,
Oh my
Fluz
God!
Maker's in the house. Welcome in,
Flus,
Fluz.
what's going on?
And guess who else is with us? We have the Extreme James Sorno, aka Jim House. How is everything in Jim's house?
Everything is everything in Jim's house. Just hanging and banging, just chilling, just relaxing, hanging and banging, just ready. I was ready to talk some wrestling.
And whoa, my camera is shaking. Maybe because of thunder.
Oh my God!
Because it's God of Thunder. This King Dark. How are you?
Woo! I'm here.
I'm here.
Oh my God. So Fluz. Okay, Brian Bell's in the house. I'm here to hear the coolest cats mark out on a Saturday AM. Fluz Maker
B.
says
Brian Bell, what's going on?
Fluz Maker says I binged all 5 episodes of Queen of Villains and was curious to know if y'all had seen it yet. James has seen it. I have not.
Yes, I've seen all 5 episodes. I enjoyed it.
Zeus has not either, as far as I know.
All we need to really know is it better than the Tanahashi movie?
I'm sure it is.
Is it better than the Tanahashi movie, James?
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Tanahashi movie was terrible. That movie was awful.
It was terrible. Terrible.
It was pure pee caca. No good. But I enjoyed it. I mean, you know, I like how she goes all Incredible Hulk transformation, but it was good. I like it. You know, she went from being picked on and meek and all, don't touch me, don't hurt me, to like rah. So it was good. I enjoyed it. Oh, Pedro, you be in your glory. Whole bunch of Japanese women. You love it.
Oh, damn. You said I'll be in my glory?
Yeah.
What is this like when I die? Is there going to be just like Japanese women falling down? Are we in some weird version of like Muslim or something? Like, is
this kids in Pedro's head?
Yeah.
Queen of Villains is not without its flaws, but certainly worth a flaw much.
Yes.
I'm sure, or a watch.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, it has. It's not. Obviously, it's not perfect. He
says, "I will not like the casting of Bull Nakano." Oh man.
She really doesn't play a major role in this, but yeah, you're right, Flus. But it's all right. I enjoyed it.
You're saying she does not play a major role, and I was thinking like she did play a major role in the actual All Japan Women stuff they're doing.
No, yeah. Again, it's
Yeah, I know. I need to get my expectations right. Yes, it's
right.
It's it's a thing. It's a TV movie version.
It's a TV show. It's not a documentary. It's not a real biography. It's a TV show.
This is why you need to watch Narcos, because Narcos is such a romanticized adaptation of true events. They did a really great job with it, and then they went and they found like every actor that remotely resembled the person, but like the best looking human being possible to represent one of those characters, so
I love Narcos. It's the shit. It's awesome. Love it.
Flu said it's a miniseries centered on Crush Gals versus Dump, so Bull only appears as a trainee at the end. But see, Bull was like she's in that hair match. She's in that hair match. like in real the actual hair match. If you watch it, she's one of the people, one of the goons getting involved. She's involved, like.
Well, there's some stuff.
I
She
know
gets involved in some stuff.
Romanticization.
She gets involved in a few things. You'll see it. It's again, yeah.
If I ever get time to watch shit, maybe I'll see it.
I like the fact that I watched it in the full Japanese language with the English subtitles because that's the best way to watch it.
Can you imagine if it was dubbed?
Oh, that would have been horrible.
Chigusa, aha! I will crush you.
I will say this: there's a lot of blood. A lot of blood.
James, there was a ton of blood in the actual.
I know, but they show it. It's a lot. There's a lot of blood. You know, they don't skip on it. You know, they fucking show you. I mean, it's front and center at times. You know.
Flus, you said you watched it dubbed because your girlfriend can't read subtitles. I only have one question. At one point, did Chigusa tell Linus, "I will eat her," and Linus goes, and Chigusa goes, "For lunch." Sorry, it's a Saturday Night Live skit from a long time.
No, I watched it with the Japanese. I couldn't do it dubbed, so I was like, nah, I'll watch it like that. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, just you just have to set your expectations.
Just
be a fan.
For 8 minutes in, he's already starting this shit. Just be a fan, Pedro. Just be a fan.
Drain your expectations. Oh my god!
It was. I enjoyed it. You know.
Okay, I'm excited. But
again, it's not a biography. It's a TV show.
Next week we have the Vince McMahon documentary coming out.
That should be good. That should be good. I am so looking forward to that. You know, because everybody says it turns into a hit piece. So let's see.
Well, I don't know how else you'd fucking, have a thing on Vince McMahon that people would want to see in 24. I'm sure it's a hit piece. I mean, this is a deservedly so hit piece.
Yeah.
Flu said they cast prettier women as the Crush gals, especially.
Flu's nail on the head. That they do not resemble, not at all. These are pretty women as compared to they're not even close. Not even close. Good job on the casting department. They did good work. And the actress that they picked for Dump is I thought it was great.
Yeah, she seemed like
I thought she did a great job. Because she was all meek and being picked on, and then she turned into the Hulk. And I mean, I thought she did a great job. It's good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, Vince McMahon, that thing. Yeah, I can't wait. Actually, I'm actually excited about that. So it should be good.
I think so too. I think that it should be really well done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did he sit down for it? Yeah, right. He did.
Yeah,
right?
he did. Because it was going to be a whole different thing at first, wasn't it?
Yeah. So,
I would just like to hear him say calmly about talk about the sex stuff, in his calm voice,
Damn it, Brian Bell. When Flu said dump, I didn't know if he was talking about Queen of Villains or the Vince one. Can you imagine if Vince actually talked about that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, no, listen. We gimmick the poop. I didn't actually poop. We make the poop. So I don't know. Plus, she said she was into it.
I had to do it. I couldn't get to the bathroom on time.
I'm gonna poop.
She said she was okay with it. She needed to wash her hair.
God damn.
You know who I wonder about in all this? Where's Linda in all this?
Oh, man.
She is probably drinking lots of alcohol.
She's probably on the 9th bottle of wine.
She's probably drinking boxes of wine.
Yeah, it's that's that. I'm sure she's. I mean, she's got to. I mean, first of all, she's got to know what kind of man she married. Number one. Number two, he's probably be doing stupid shit.
No. You don't do that to that poor woman. Jesus Christ. He wasn't like that in the fucking 70s when they got married.
No, not like that. But she's got to know. I'm sure he's done some stupid shit that we don't know about that only she knows about. I mean, like how many chances she's probably given him.
Yeah. Well, when I got married, I was fully aware of Vincent and obsession.
Brian Bell, fucking Linda was behind a secret room watching. She was videotaping it. She was getting a Steven Spielberg on.
Yeah.
I mean, to what Zeus is saying, that they got married in very different times, right?
I know, but over the year, I mean, they've been married a long time. I'm sure he's done some stupid shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure over time she became aware of what he was married to, but I mean,
all the allegations back in the 80s with the fucking sex and the ring boys and this and that. I mean, come on. I mean, this isn't new.
I bet the McMahon doc will be tamer than expected for legal reasons, like legal teams preemptively avoiding lawsuits. Could be.
Yeah,
we'll see.
could be.
We'll see.
Especially since WWE just signed a 7-year deal with Netflix.
Flues, don't punch. Don't poke needle holes in James's balloon. He's still getting over. He's still getting over the Tyson Paul brother thing. When we try to explain to him that Tyson is not going to go crazy and knock this guy out if they ever have a fight, because it's rumored the Paul brothers have in their contracts they can't get knocked out by their opponent.
That is some bullshit. Fuck that, man. If I'm Tyson, I'll knock him out.
He's still trying to get over it. He doesn't understand money. That the opponents are just making money like a gig.
Doing the job. They just
doing the job.
Bob Sapping it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Doing the job.
I saw Bob Sapp with an armful of Thecla recently.
What?
He had Thecla in his arms. It's some.
That's right. Yeah. Lucky bastard. I think she's Connors or something.
It seems like she's with one of the people from the New Japan. One of them. Boxing is more fake than wrestling. That's kind of true. I mean,
yeah.
Well, the thing is boxing still in denial about it.
Right. I mean, exactly.
A lot of the combat sports is still in denial about some of the scripting that goes on in it, but
speaking of scripting, I have not been impressed with Julia so far in NXT. They got to do a better job. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it.
Well, she's just getting started, James.
I know, but it's like they made such a big deal, and it's just It's okay, but
I didn't see the stuff from this week, so I can't say.
they're trying to force it down your throat. It's fucking Julia this, Julia that, Julia's everywhere. I'm like, okay. And even CM Punk showed up on NXT, and they was talking about Julia. Okay. And then she comes out. I will see you. Okay. Yeah. With your limited English. Thank you.
I think
It's not working. For me, at least.
I think some of the problems they have with some of the Japanese who do speak some English is that then they give them like kind of bullet points or scripts to follow, because then you're thinking about the translation more than just naturally saying something, right?
Right.
So that's kind of an issue that we see play out over and over.
You know what I saw this morning? It was a 10 lesser known wrestling scandals.
Oh,
and I had never heard about the one with EO, and what happened with her, and she was dating fucking what's his name, Sawa Wrong guy.
Yeah. So this is when someone planted drugs on their luggage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew about this. Yeah.
Well, you
That's
knew
an old story.
We're talking about the rest of the fucking world.
So the thing. One of the reasons that story comes up and is well known in the Joshi circles is because she got disowned by her family for a stretch of time. Io Shirai did, because drugs is a huge deal in Japan. It's like a major no-no, right?
Right.
So even though she got cleared, even though her and the then boyfriend got cleared of the stuff, right? It was a major no-no, and they basically all disowned her, including her sister. It's just in the last 2 or 3 years, she's kind of they've sort of publicly, gotten back together. Her and her sister were very icy towards each other for a number of years because of it. So this is why I know
that WWE money makes them closer again. That's what it is.
If Dro's the only
new contract,
one who knew about Flu said, if Dro's the only one who knew about the drug plant, sounds like he's a suspect. No, it was another Japanese wrestler who planted the drugs, actually.
Julia sitting drooling in the corner is better than anything else worth watching. Yeah, probably so.
James, not James, Zeus, sorry. I'm all over the place. Zeus, Io has a shaky history with boyfriends, because she dated that guy. Then she, as you know, she was engaged to fucking Evil at one point in time. So I mean, yeah, her taste in men is questionable.
Suspect. Jeez, bread, man.
What other scandals was on there?
Well, the Ranger Ross, which I knew about, where he was, he committed all those crimes, bank robbery, and set fire to a federal building, and they said he used he really actually used some of his training to avoid capture for a while. So, because he eventually turned himself in. And then there was the Billy Gunn affair, which I didn't know about that.
What's the Billy Gunn affair? I don't think I heard about this.
Yeah, this was like way back in like the early 2000s, and so Billy Gunn's wife found out and really started making this woman's life hell, and then like Billy Gunn jumped on her too, and like they really went after her really hard about it.
Billy Gunn's affair with Chuck.
That's pretty funny. But of course, then they talked about the Wyndham Mulligan stuff. There's a lot of kind of weak ass shit after that, but It was on the Cultaholic channel, and I think they've been demonetized because there was no ad before it started. It's usually what happens, right?
Yeah, probably posted some stuff that somebody didn't agree with, and that was that. Done.
Oh, they talked about Tanahashi's girlfriend stabbing him in the fucking lung way back in 2002.
That she was jealous of his hair.
No, he wanted to be with somebody else.
Yeah, Ronnie Garvin one. B. Brian Bell, I'm gonna get you a Ronnie Garvin T-shirt.
Where he the Ronnie Garvin scandal, where he pretends to be a wrestler.
So salty. Get on some heart meds here if you keep this up, man. You're not gonna live as long as you keep this up. Holy shit!
Oh, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed it. That was good.
That's saltier than damn McDonald's fries. Holy shit!
Oh man! Holy shit! James,
God, Zeus, I'm waiting for you to say, yeah, but he beat Big Flair twice and won like that. Say it.
James,
see, you already knew.
James, the Ronnie Garvin thing comes up every Twitch stream I do. It comes up every Twitch stream I do.
He's so mad. He's so salty.
I gotta make those commands. I gotta make those commands. I one needs to be Ronnie Garvin love. One needs to be Ronnie Garvin.
We definitely need a salty Brian one.
Oh, he pretends to be a wrestler. That guy.
So
that
sad.
haircut killed me.
So sad.
Yeah, Ronnie Garvin.
So okay, what wrestling this week? What's happened this week? I'm not really sure.
Nothing.
I didn't see SmackDown last night. I didn't.
Zeus, that's not true. Zeus, you and I watched some wrestling this week.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Yeah, we did.
We watched some Bozilla on Monday.
Oh yeah, you guys watched Bozilla again? It was good. It was not good. No, it was bad.
No, it's not good.
It was not good, huh?
It was not good.
I tell you, she keeps having shitty matches. Just more and more. Just fucking bring it to NXT already. Just get it done.
Well,
just do it.
You act like that's the end all be all problem, but you're not digging Julia after 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, you can do a lot more with Bozilla than you can with Julia because she's got a built-in gimmick. She could be the monster heel. I mean, it's not that hard to be a monster heel. She's got the size for it. You know, they just got to train her how to act. You know, and you just got to train everybody else how to sell. You know, just get the shit kicked out of you. That's it. And here you got Julia trying to speak, and all of a sudden, she's the number one contender. She wrestled one match against Chelsea Green, who's not even on the NXT roster, and she's the number one contender, which doesn't make sense if you want to make sense. It just the way they're doing it. It's just it has to be done better.
James, it's in the way that you book it down.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you got to book it right,
So James, let's rewind to last year. Last year, I told y'all NXT under Shawn Michaels seemed more like they were training people for AEW than they were training people for WWE. To that point I made last year, Julia comes in. They're like expecting, because the audience for NXT is more hardcore than the casual main roster WWE audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, everyone knows who she is. She's Julia from Stardom and this and this. Everyone knows Julia. They're thinking their audience all knows Julia. So they're going to have no problem with her being pushed because they know it's Julia. So I again go back to the criticism I made last year. NXT sometimes feels like it's more geared towards getting people ready for not main roster WWE, but it is. I know it is because they're getting them used to the way the production and stuff happens and things like that. But sometimes it feels a bit like it's preparing people for something else or playing to a different audience. But
It's just that they do some things so right, like Ethan Page. They got it. They nailed it on the head with him. I mean, it's perfectly done.
Shocking because he hasn't he didn't explode in AEW and didn't explode in fucking TNA.
Right.
This is total shock. I'm totally shocked about him working out in NXT because who the fuck knew?
Right, exactly.
He had the fan following of of any other fucking nobody that came through, but
Brian Bell James is
to him for booking him like that.
Brian Bell said James is a new pro wrestling fan. I see.
Some days I just wanted to make sense, that's all. I mean, that they nailed him. I mean, Ethan Page, they nailed it. That they got it right. And then with Julia, it's like so far. I'm not saying it's bad. Maybe it's my fault because I was expecting so much more. I'm like, okay, really, let's do it right,
Well,
and it's just not right to me.
So James, what did we tell you about Julia before you saw her in NXT?
I don't know. Refresh my memory.
So the things that I said is like, beautiful woman, right? She's got the look. She's a white passing Japanese woman because she's half Italian, half Japanese. So that was going to go a long way for her in the U.S. market, right? The look, her look.
Yeah.
I feel that's still true. She's going to go a long way on the strength of that look. The other thing is, she in Japan, she was real good with working stories and things like that. She's real good at working angles and stuff like that. That was in Japan, right? In Stardom, in Marigold, she was really good with that sort of thing. But I also said she had lots of super bad habits. She was kind of sloppy. She's on the sloppy side in ring, and she had lots of bad habits, lots of bad ideas in terms of stuff she liked to do in the ring sometimes. A lot of stunt spotting kind of stuff. She liked to do a lot of that, taking forever setting up a dumb stunt spot, then doing said dumb stunt spot, blah, blah, repeat. Okay. So that's what I told you beforehand. What we're seeing is they're just getting her ready to working WWE style and getting used to the cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's still working on the English, which again is going to be a thing because when you're from, as you know, when people from we have experience with people from other countries, right, within our families and this, so we know the whole thing that they have to translate stuff in terms of what is natural and what's not natural, right? So it's going to be a thing for a while. So it's better they do it in NXT, like
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just maybe it's my expectations because I expected her to come in with a bang.
Because she has so much fanfare, right?
Right. And it's like, I'm more excited. Again, I'm more excited to see the stuff with Ethan Page than I am with Julia right now. I mean, although I give Roxanne credit because, she's the one that's got to carry the storyline,
Right.
So it's, she's doing a great job in carrying the storyline.
It's not really much of a storyline at the moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not about, you came in and all of a sudden I got to give you a title shot. Yeah, I know. It's but still, I mean, she's the one that's got to carry it through promos, through everything, interviews, everything. So, it's going to take time, as you said. I'm just an impatient bastard. So it was all good. But yeah, I actually like what they're doing in NXT, ladies. It's been good. I've been enjoying it.
WWE would make a lot more money with their foreign workers if they knew how to create and write managers.
Yeah, and people think they don't need them anymore.
Well, it's weird because now who was the only one left? It was Heyman. That was it, right?
Yeah, he really wasn't a traditional manager anymore.
Right.
He just became a mouthpiece, and you're really nailing it home with Heyman. You just exclamation pointing everything else, because did Roman? Roman said more by saying less.
Right.
Now Brock needs all the help he can get with words, because
well,
plus nobody wants to hear him speak anyway. So
yeah.
But Brock knows how to say, I want to see latrine photos.
Brutal.
Oh, look, welcome in, D. Masals, San Juan Sentinel. When we could choose and play managers in the video games, that was the window to expand on what they do. Yeah. You know who I thought was pretty good at managing in NXT, but they haven't used them to that role very well in the main roster, was Zelina Vega. Her and Andrade were a good duo, where she was great as his manager in NXT, but it didn't translate in the main roster. And then they have her doing wrestling now. She's more of a wrestling character, and she's not great at the wrestling.
It's not for nothing, but she's not. And she's not believable either, because her size works against her, because she's so tiny. She gets dwarfed. Because you can't put her in a ring with Bianca Belair.
But James,
it just doesn't work.
Io Shirai is tiny. Io Shirai.
Yeah, Io Shirai
she's got muscle, right? She's got
Io Shirai is totally different beast. She's tiny, but she can go. But she hits somebody, you believe it. That's not the same thing with Zelina Vega. It's not.
Bringing up Io Shirai, she beat Bianca Belair on Raw this week, right?
1, 2, 3, yeah.
And people were freaking out about it. They're like, I can't believe it. She beat her.
That was a great match, too. That was a great match, by the way. Great match.
Do you recall in NXT, Bianca Belair had a losing record against Io Shirai? She never beat Io Shirai in NXT.
No one
saw that.
I was a callback to that. Yeah.
Do you guys want to know the best manager I've seen in the last 20 years?
I'm going to say J.J. Dillon.
No.
20 years.
Okay.
No. Now, I did see him manage. I did see JJ manage a match, but he was really hands off. It was a triple threat at that Friday Night of Champions at WrestleCade. But it Tully Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard. Okay.
Tully Blanchard. He managed Tessa in a 3-way match against what's her name? The bunny.
Oh, what was her name?
Oh,
I can't remember. But
I know you're talking about.
Just say the bunny. We remember the bunny. I want to say Allie was her name.
It was Tessa versus the bunny versus somebody else. And Tully was so smooth, like just being the presence. Watching him was very much like watching prime J.J. Dillon. I mean, he was just really sneaky, grabbing ankles and
Well, Tully Blanchard. I remember when Tully Blanchard was the best promo guy in AEW. That's how good he is.
Right? Yeah. Him sitting in the back doing nothing. Yes, he cut that promo for fucking Sean Spears and just stood him like a fucking dumbass. Didn't just tell us like I just lobbed up the greatest grapefruit that you're ever going to get, and you offered us nothing.
Yeah, he swung and missed at that softball. That was a big fat softball, and he swung and missed at that. Horrible.
He didn't even swing at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you say softball? Rest in peace, Sid. No.
Oh my God! Rest in peace, Sid. Yeah, it's sad. He's they're trying to work him back in the NXT. Sean Spears. It's okay. I mean, it's not the greatest gimmick he's doing, but it's okay. He's having this thing where he's trying to take up and coming wrestlers and get them under their wing, and I've seen worse. Yeah,
like he was a great success enough to the fact he should be guiding other fucking wrestlers.
Right, exactly. So yeah, brutal. You're no good.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing he's good at is finding a woman.
Yeah,
he found a beautiful one.
Mm-hmm. But I actually find myself enjoying NXT a little bit better than actually Raw or SmackDown sometimes. I just do. It's just maybe because it's a smooth running 2-hour show.
You've always been a big fan of NXT, though, James.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, you were. I mean, we never called you a traitor. But you did used to watch NXT live a lot, and then you would watch Lucha Underground later.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
We never held it against you. We should have.
Yeah, you should have.
We didn't. We like you.
That's okay. But I never came close to buying an NXT belt. I did come close a couple of times to buying a Lucha Underground belt. So there you go.
Those NXT belts are hideous.
Oh, remember the old ones? Remember the old
the
ones?
big N? Yeah, or the big X or whatever the hell it was? Yeah. Those were shit.
Can you imagine a title belt with just the letter N? Just the letter N is the base.
And
boy, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot clown.
Right. Oh,
that's horrible.
Oh,
that's horrible. They did. Even the current belt now is not old. I mean, nothing to write home about. Well, I have to say,
you don't want to upstage your main roster belts, which
that is but that's not hard to do.
But that's what I'm saying is you gotta keep that ugly crap under wraps.
Although I have to say, I don't know why, but that fake World Heavyweight Championship, fake big gold belt, it's actually starting to, the more I see it, the more I keep saying to myself, I've seen worse. I've seen worse.
Yeah, we've seen these recent New Japan belts and ugly fucking AEW belts and
what belt are we talking about right now?
The fake World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, I don't like it. No.
I don't like it either, but it's starting to grow on me because I've seen worse. I'm like, what? I mean, as bad as it is, I've seen a lot worse. I mean, all of it's seen worse.
Zeus, you mentioned the New Japan belts, like their TV title, right?
Oh, that's horrible.
I was reminded about it because in Stardom they've been having the what's that promotion that Taka Michinoku runs, the Just Tap Out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever seen their belts, but their belts is just their belts are just a big rectangle. It's just a big rectangle with some writing in the middle. It's a bunch of nothing. In Stardom, one of the girls who's their champion has been involved because she's likely going to be going there because Micah and a few others have gone from there to Stardom. So this girl's likely going to Stardom in the near future. So she's been doing some stuff with them. And seeing the belt recently, I was like, oh yeah, I was like reminding me. I was like, oh, that's where New Japan got the TV title belt design from. Was just that belt because it looks just like their belts. There's a big.
I want to know
Rectangle.
who designed that New Japan TV title belt and fucking left the drawing board and goes, yeah, that looks good. I want to know who okayed that design.
I don't know. Well, I mean, the same dumbass has been approving all the rest of these designs. But
that is like got to be one of the most ugliest, hideous belts.
I mean, it just kind of goes to show you, Bushiroad they don't know shit about a good-looking belt.
No, I mean you can't market that. You can't sell that. No one's gonna buy that shit.
No, most of their belts are unsellable. I mean, the Pakistanis aren't even reproducing the fucking those belts.
Yeah. I knew I should have got that Okada belt when I had the chance. No, I regret it.
Floating around out there.
Yeah, I can find it. Because that's another shitty belt too. That fucking Continental Championship that he has now in AEW. That's another one. That's a crap belt.
Yeah,
that should look like it's made out of tin.
That Pan Atlantic belt and the team. I mean,
it was a gold aluminum foil. I mean, that's shit.
I mean, the Jack Perry. He literally did a sand casting with melted aluminum.
That's what it looks like, right?
No, that is what it is. He did a casting of the belt face and then cast it with liquid aluminum and then painted over it.
Wow. Crap belts.
Yeah.
A lot of bad belts. A lot of bad belts out there. This is NPR Markelmania.
But for all that shit that we say about the crap belts in WWE, they sell.
Well,
people buy those things. They sell out the ass.
James, is WWE stuff in general selling?
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but if I'm gonna buy a WWE belt, I'm buying a Winged Eagle or Intercontinental or
you have the Winged Eagle. You literally have it.
Oh yeah.
James is totally setting us up to prop himself up. Like, oh yeah,
no.
He's gonna appear on camera at any moment, Zeus. Oh, this.
Oh, you need this belt?
No, but if I'm gonna buy a WWE, but then again, I'm older, so if I'm gonna buy a WWE belt, I'm gonna buy either Winged Eagle or the old school IC belt.
So here's what's about to happen. James is going to be like, oh, look what I have. He's going to appear on camera with the Winged Eagle belt. He's going to be like, Pedro, hit it.
Imagine. I'm going to rip off my shirt and lie. Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Look the zipper.
I have 7,000 matches, brother.
Me.
Hey, a lot of people got to see my chest hair last night because I was wearing that Hawaiian shirt.
He's wearing a blouse.
I was wearing a Hawaiian shirt. It was a Hawaiian shirt.
Pedro, James, look at the thumbnail for that episode last night.
Okay.
Pedro, is it on YouTube?
No, it's not on YouTube. No, but it's you can look at the promotional tweet I did just before the stream. I've got the shirt on there. I'll put it in the Mark Out Mania chat. You'll see it, James. You'll see it.
It's like that. It's like that fucking old. See.
Yeah,
it's the Hawaiian shirt.
Wow.
Yeah, Pedro, don't ever wear that again, okay? That's not good.
Brian Bell said his eyes still have not recovered. I'm sorry.
Brian's share of bad shit, so I really don't have much sympathy for him.
Ooh, do, do, do.
I don't know what happened in AEW this week. I couldn't tell. I didn't follow anything, unfortunately.
Like I said, most of my timeline is fans roasting AEW wrestlers and getting blocked. It's been pretty funny here lately. They've been almost as salty as Brian.
Yeah, so I usually know what's going on a little bit, but I haven't heard anything. Well, I haven't heard anything from Lux, so that's probably why. But I haven't heard anything that this week or anything that's going on with AEW, so I don't know.
Hey, a shout out to Lord Lux. Hope he's okay. He takes care of James for us sometimes. So
yeah,
shout out to Lux.
Is Brian Danielson still a champ?
That Verge Lux.
I said, Brian Danielson still a champ?
Yes.
Okay. I thought they were going to play hot potato with the belt.
I would watch if they had Mr. Potato be the champion. That would be better. But
Swerve Strickland making a lot of money. That's good for him.
I think I know what y'all want to watch tonight, though. You want to watch AEW Collision, right? Because
nobody wants to watch AEW Collision.
But they're gonna have a 10-man tag with Hook, FTR, and the Outrunners versus the Beast Mortos, aka Black Taurus, grizzled young veterans, Roosh and Roderick Strong.
Ooh.
Woo, party!
That's a lineup.
You're going to have Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara versus the Undisputed Kingdom.
Oh, fuck Matt Taven.
Then Mariah May versus Lady Frost. And for some reason, Darby Allin versus Evo Uno, who is dressed like Mick Foley as Mankind in this graphic. Like he has remember when Mankind was wearing the button-up shirt? With the tie?
Button up? Yeah, with the magic marker on it.
Yeah, that's how Evil Uno is dressed. He's dressed like that version of Mankind.
Huh.
I wonder if they're going to keep Collision with the new deal that they're signing with fucking Warner. Because I heard a few shows are going to go bye-bye.
I think I heard Rampage was the one that was going to go bye-bye.
Yeah? Oh, okay. Rampage.
I mean, I think they could lose to have Rampage, Collision, and all go bye-bye.
You mean they to lose them?
Excuse me.
I mean, what's it really bringing to them?
The only thing it's bringing to them is shit for other people to fucking do.
Yeah, because they got so many people that you got to put them somewhere, right?
People.
That's all your B talent. You know.
I mean, in every AEW Ring of Honor wrestler is allowed to be on AEW programming except for Athena.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is Athena kept off the stuff?
Mm-hmm. It's a good question. I don't know.
Although there's someone we thought so much more of in NXT than what she's turned out outside of it is Athena.
I mean, they couldn't book her a storyline if they, threw her in a fucking library and left her there. I don't know what the fuck.
So that's another one that shows you that Jesus Christ, I can't speak. That she needs the machine behind her.
But
She's another one who needs the machine.
She never really had the machine behind her, though.
No, but her most prominent was in NXT. Even on the main
Right.
roster, it was crap.
But James, in NXT, the biggest success she had as a character in NXT, in my opinion, was a lot like Dakota Kai in terms of being the glue that made things like work. She
Right.
was all, like the one who sort of made things work in like multi-person matches or in sort of multi-person angles, stuff like that, being sort of a glue for things. So that doesn't scream main event, I know, but
True.
that seemed to be the thing she was good at, but then she doesn't seem to be doing that outside of,
Yeah.
It's just with somebody who, I mean, just her finisher alone, just her finisher alone, she could be I mean, we know she's not a bad wrestler or anything. I mean, she could be, a come in, kick ass, and leave type of person.
Yeah.
But you just gotta do something with her.
Yeah.
Well, what they're doing with her is she's the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion of any kind of all time.
That's great because nobody can watch her on TV because
but she's no Mercedes Monet.
Oh God!
It's another
James,
waste.
You say her name right, Mercedes. Oh, nay.
Yeah. she's horrible. It's horrible.
That was terrible.
Oh man, Yuka Sakazaki. She was from Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. She was one of the few Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling acts who had some sort of decent work in terms of the mechanical stuff in ring, right? But she's been gone a long time because of the injury, right? She left Tokyo Joshi Pro. She immediately got injured. Has been doing a bunch of nothing. She's coming back, and they're going to use her to heat up Mariah May for I don't know what, but she's just being used up as a heater for Mariah May. It seemed like all the Joshi who came in at the start of AEW, who were from Tokyo Joshi Pro, and also we see this with Riho, and we're seeing this with Hikaru Shida. They're all just being used as heaters now in AEW. They just go like, "Oh, here's someone to heat our champions up." And then if they have a round with the TV champion, then they go on to the world champion, and then they go off TV for a few months, and then they bring them back around to do the same thing again. So mark my words. This is just my prediction. After she heats up Mariah May or whatever, they're going to have her heat up whoever the other champion is, Sasha Monet. They're going to have her heat up that one, and then she's going to disappear for a while again. I'm just getting that out there. My prediction out there for when it happens. Though that segment that everyone made fun of was pretty bad. Did y'all see that?
What segment?
It was in the manga translation group a while back. Mariah May was saying all this stuff to her, and then she's like, "Okay, bye bye." And then
that was fucking terrible. Jesus. That was just man. Like I can't believe they did that in 2024, man.
Flues Maker, I wonder how fast AEW goes bankrupt in a game of TW.
In a what?
A game of TW is it was like a wrestling simulation game.
I just wonder about that new TV deal. I wonder if they're going to be any good, or they're going to change anything, or they're going to actually try to get better, or if it's going to be the same old shit.
They're not going to get better. I got a spoiler for you.
I mean, how do you get better when the person who's in charge has no fucking clue?
That is true. That is true. He doesn't. He doesn't have a clue. He's just a mark with money. Exactly what he is.
Yeah.
and a bad haircut. That's like,
Come on, everybody wants to look like a head of broccoli these days.
lay off the cocaine, brother.
I mean, even is Juice Robinson is the way he has his hair and stuff now, is he, and the way he talks, is that like a parody of Tony Khan?
Could be.
I wish it was. I wish
That would be
was,
hilarious.
He's back full time now, right?
Yeah,
I love from his injury.
Yeah.
I mean, Zeus, we saw him on Botchamania, so yeah, he's
Yeah.
He made Botchamania already?
yes, because the
Yeah.
table. I am the table.
Yeah.
Juice. Oh, I missed the good old days when New Japan was good. I missed the good old days where there was no AEW. Because AEW is the reason that there's no wrestlers in New Japan.
Yeah. Well, not just that. It's that and the yen is, got real bad.
Yeah. Money, money, money.
Because we got to put up with booking that doesn't make sense. People who are good that don't get pushed, and Yoshihashi. So there you go.
Next, IW. Never mind.
don't say it might happen, Pedro. Don't say it. It might happen.
I've said it.
When he wins this strap, his first promo is going to be,
You're wearing that fucking weird ass damn light bright fucking.
What is he wearing lately? What is that?
I don't know, man. It looks terrible.
And while we're at it, what the fuck is going on with the New Japan collection? I still haven't looked at that latest event draft.
That's
Dick to go event fucking, and it's a step up draft.
Yeah.
And this is for all you hardcore collectors, all you people with iPhones, jailbroke iPhones, that you feel you need to get every single card, and the other dumbasses that are actually spending thousands of dollars a month on collection to get these cards. This is what you deserve. You deserve a fucking dick to go fucking video card. I hope you get like 30 of them, and that you can't ever get rid of them, and that you don't need them. I hope your other cards turn in to 4-star dick to go fucking video cards.
Okay, I'm gonna actually look at this. Okay,
that's horrible.
The Shingo card's not bad, but I'm not gonna risk. Oh, the Great Okan card is nice too.
Yeah, is
But
that
the
a 3-star or 4-star?
That's a 4-star.
4. But these other cards, I don't want any of these people. I don't want any of the rest of these people. Did you see they gave us like a free they gave us a free Jake Lee card, and it was
free Jake Lee card. Like, who the fuck wants Jake Lee? Nobody wanted that card. Why is that card being given away anyway?
I need to hurry up and unlock it because for some reason they think that we wouldn't mind accidentally trading.
That's an ugly card too. It's not even a nice card.
Yeah,
I know.
It's not even. I mean, if you're gonna put a shit wrestler on the card, at least make the card nice. But there it is. I'm looking forward to Raw going to 2 hours. So this should be a nice show. No more 3-hour long, trying to watch. That should give me another heart attack.
Now here's the question. So I always figured that, the way that the Raw was, and kind of the way Nitro was too, was, you're able to hammer home that, that main event storyline.
Mm.
So I think there'll be less of that now with the 2-hour format because it's easier. It's easier to have Roman on, out there for 15 minutes, when you've got 3 hours.
Right.
If you've got Roman out there or Cody or whatever out there for on every single show and you're cutting your time, I think they'll be able to let some other things happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Or they can get savage and be like, you know what? It's now a 2-hour show, so the bottom third talent fired. They don't need them.
James,
That's it.
I don't know if you think you're Saudi Arabia, but you can't get Savage. He's gone. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
But
I mean, the only saving grace with WWE and as far as the talent goes like that is that they have a huge house show, huge house show loop. So, that's where their B talent shines, because like a lot of the A talent don't do house shows. I mean, with the exception of Rhea Ripley does it, and Cody Rhodes does it, but like a lot of other people don't. So, but I don't know they're going to be on TV. That might be it. 2 hours of Raw. It's just like SmackDown.
I mean that SmackDown I went to, it had, they had the 2-hour SmackDown. They had a warm up match before SmackDown.
Right.
They had they also had an off air Fiend versus Bryan Danielson match, and then they had that whatever that show was. What was that other show they had?
Oh yeah, not main event, but the other one.
Maybe it was main.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was main event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Superstars, or one of the two.
Didn't they also do that? Was it? It had some weird name, like had like a number. Remember they had a show for a while with a number. Like it was like for either lighter weight people. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called, but it had like a number.
There was once
305 Live.
The 305 Live. There you go.
305 Live.
Yeah, it should have been 205 Live.
Oh, man.
305 Live. Yeah, that's it. I remember that.
It's the heaviest they were.
Yeah. So that SmackDown you went to, Zeus, it was about then. It was almost 3 hours then.
Oh no, it was over 3 hours.
It was over 3 hours.
I left after SmackDown.
Oh right, okay.
I was really happy after SmackDown ended, and I was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to see anything else because they told us there was going to be like a 20-minute intermission before that match with the Fiend and Danielson. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, this is just a great time to leave.
No. Good job.
And I mean, there was nobody else in the parking lot. There was like, 3 other people leaving at the time. So,
yeah.
Thank you for.
When is Bad Blood, Pedro?
I have bad blood with so many people, James. I've got oh wait, no, that's not what you. Hold on. Let me see when bad blood.
It's like October 9th or something, right?
Something like that, right?
About to find out.
First weekend in October.
October 5th.
October 5th?
October 5th from Atlanta, Georgia. The State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. WWE Bad Blood. Liv Morgan defends the women's world title against Rhea Ripley with Dirty Dominic Mysterio at her side. Damian Priest and Finn Balor go at it. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell Nia Jax versus Bailey or Naomi. Oh, who won that match? I don't know. How
I
that?
totally forgot. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I need to see how that played out. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus the Bloodline. That's gonna be a heck of a main event. That's gonna be a spectacle. That's gonna be a big.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big old spot fest.
It's gonna be. I don't know about spot fest, but it's gonna be a more like if the spots are angle stuff. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Big angle fest.
Yeah.
It probably will have some stunt spots. You're probably right, Zeus. It is gonna have some stunt spots.
Because someone's gonna get put through a table. Someone's gonna go flying off the top rope onto somebody.
Like they're probably gonna have Tom Galloa get his ass kicked in there, and
Jacob Fatu's gonna fly around, fly somewhere.
Jacob Fatu's gonna do like the Rocky song, "Gonna Fly Now."
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. People were talking about the Chelsea Green segment, but I haven't seen it. People were saying it was great, but I have not seen it.
Well, she's only been wrestling for 15 years. She ought to learn how to cut a promo by now.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes for all of them. All you shitty non-promo fucking...
AKA Sean Spears.
AKA most everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Chelsea Green. I'm a fan of Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
She's a good professional. She's a professional worker. Her, Mia Yim's good, There's a few workers that
Okay. I'm about to find out about this thing.
And finally, Liv Morgan's coming to her own.
I mean, as a character.
Yeah, as a character, yeah. I think this is perfect. This is perfect for her.
And it's really interesting because, she like, I kind of thought that, she might have gotten, like buried because of the, the drug arrest thing.
Yeah.
But that turned out not to hurt her. And then Rhea's, injury really, helped put her, right into it.
Yeah.
So James, on the Nia Jax thing, the Nia Jax baby, Naomi. So the finish to that match, Bailey had Nia in sort of a roll up thing, and Naomi also was taking part in that roll up. So both Bailey and Naomi pinned Nia Jax.
So nobody's leaving SmackDown. Nice.
Well, yeah, but remember the person who got the pin. If either Bailey or Naomi got the pin, they would get the title shot. So
right.
So it's probably going to be a 3-way, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah. Triple threat. Yeah.
Yeah. A triple threat. Yeah. Not a threesome, but a triple threat.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Triple threat. Why not? I have but I think it's. Do you keep the belt on Liv Morgan? Because it's better. Is it better Rhea to chase?
Depends what they want to do for Mania.
Yeah.
Like, what are the big Mania matches they want to do?
Her and Charlotte.
No.
They've done that twice at WrestleMania. They've done it twice.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Now, this may sound crazy. I think one of the things they may want to do at WrestleMania is going to be Jade versus Nia for the one belt, because Nia is the only one who has a win over Jade, but it was like a shady win. It was a disqualification or count out or something like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could put if you put the belt on Jade, though, you're going to expose the shit out of her. She's
but
not getting singles matches.
That wouldn't happen until Mania. They wouldn't put the belt on her until Mania.
Yeah, but you're exposing her. because she's bad enough in tag team matches.
James, it don't matter. It don't. It really don't matter. It don't
Yeah.
matter. I mean, we're seeing it. We're seeing the proof. It doesn't matter if people can wrestle or not. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's obvious.
I mean, it's more about the story and what their character has going, like what storyline they have going on. That's
And the
really what people
presentation.
are into. Yeah, the
Yeah.
presentation. Do they have something going on that people are into? Yeah, the wrestling does not matter at all anymore.
It's a shame because of that bit. It's a shame because of that Io Sky and Bianca Belair match was awesome on Monday.
If the character's over, it doesn't matter too much, as Flu said.
Yeah, that Flues, you're right. Because because Jade is over, but she sucks, and I've seen her firsthand live. It's worse in person. Horrible.
Bianca versus Jade would be. I mean, people were wanting it at that Rumble last year or this year.
Yeah,
Sorry, this year people were wanting to see it.
yeah.
Now there's
So,
Flues may be on something. What if they keep it on Liv? So Liv passes it on to Bianca or Jade to set up that. I didn't think about that.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, yeah. That's good. That actually could work. But
But
I mean,
then what are you doing with Rhea?
yeah, that's the thing. But I don't think she don't need a belt. Number one, but still, she should have one.
I think for the story, I think she needs to win it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, because it makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense. It completes the story.
Mm-hmm.
Then her getting, then maybe Liv causing her to lose it, Liv and Dom, cause her to lose it, and they can continue the feud without it.
Right, right, right.
So,
I knew I wanted to ask you something, Zeus. Not to change the subject, but to go back to a little old school wrestling for a minute. The original Legion of Doom.
yes,
It was the Road Warriors. It was Jake the Snake. It was King Kong Bundy, and who else?
the spoiler.
Thank you.
And there's dispute over Bundy's full-time status as a member.
Okay.
Some people say he was. Some people say he wasn't. From one of the guys that I used to be, he got a great Road Warrior page on Facebook, and he would pull out the videos where they had said that Bundy was actually a member.
Right.
So
I remember him coming out with them a couple of times. Yeah.
yeah, that was the thing, is that eventually Bundy, he turned on him.
Right. Right.
And what that did is that the Bundy turning on the Legion of Doom ended up with it was a 3-on-2 tag team matches, King Kong Bundy and Masked Superstar against the Road Warriors and Paul Ellering, and if the Bundy and Superstar won, Bundy got 5 minutes alone with Paul Ellering.
Mm.
And I believe they did win. And during the time where Bundy went after Paul, the Road Warriors blindsided Superstar, and then it all degenerated into a big pile of crap. And then I believe they used that as an excuse because I believe the Superstar disappeared for a little bit after that. I think he went on another one of his short Japan tours, which we didn't really know about back then.
Right.
But yeah, and see, and there was also a time, like just as the Legion of Doom was forming, where Paul had been managing like the original Sheik and like Arn Anderson, Matt Bourne. He kind of he'd been like associated with some other guys, but they weren't actually members of the Legion of Doom itself.
Gotcha.
All those guys went by the wayside when it was Jake and the Spoiler, the Road Warriors, and Bundy.
Right. The Spoiler. He was the member. That's because I knew there was somebody else, and it just stuck in my claw. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, because he won the Georgia National Heavyweight title.
Right.
During that time, Jake was a TV champion, and the Road Warriors were, of course, the national tag team champions.
That was the title. The Georgia national title was the one that Spoiler took the WWE with, right?
Yeah, for a ham sandwich. Apparently.
Yeah.
And then it kind of got, that belt was kind of, I don't know if he ended up keeping that belt or whatever, but they made that new belt that ended up with, I think it ended up with Wahoo. In Mid-Atlantic. It kind of looked like the TV belt.
Yeah.
Black paint.
Black and gold, right?
No, it was black and silver.
Yeah, it's black and silver?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was back when we had some belt hierarchy. Then sometime in the 21st century, stupid people started calling the U.S. and those other titles mid-card titles. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hey, you may recall, I thought recently, instead of creating that fake world title in the WWE, they should have just had the Intercontinental title be treated that way. Because, I mean, Intercontinental already sort of implies global anyways, so...
Yeah.
And another funny thing is the WWF didn't have World Tag Team Champions until the early 70s. It was the U.S. Tag Team Champions before that.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
But they're like, Vince and Vince Jr. Oh, we need another belt. Let's call it the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah.
And it just became. It's just part of people's, vocabulary now. They don't know even what the fuck they're saying. Most people just say IC title.
Yeah. They don't know.
Dun, dun.
Well, I mean, to be fair, most of them weren't alive. I mean, kids that were that are watching now that are 20 to 30 weren't even alive when the belt was made. So
yeah. Pat Patterson won it in a tournament in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
He wanted the room when they gave it to him and said, "You're the new champion."
That was the ultimate Phantom title.
He wrestled 12. He was a 12 person tournament and all the other ring boys.
Oh, damn. Damn. Oh, God. Oh, no, Brian, no. Dream Team versus Pat, no. Holy shit. Why does no one what year
didn't just go to? You just didn't send Pat Patterson to fucking Rio de Janeiro. a real hotbed of wrestling.
I'm
Do you
serious. What
Brazilians were
year?
caught in the '70s seeing that fake ass fucking WWF shit after sitting there? I mean, they're literally watching Valley Tuda. They're literally watching guys fight. 50,000 fucking people show up for some of those Valley Tudo fights in the fucking '60s. You know, you think they would have, been, okay with this saucy French Canadian dude fucking coming in to fucking win some made up title that no one's ever heard before? Yeah, that sounds real factual.
Yeah. So I was curious when the title was created because I couldn't quite remember. But it's
I think it's
September,
79.
September of '79. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it says Patterson became the first champion as a result of defeating Ted DiBiase to win the WWF North American Heavyweight Championship in June '79, Allentown, Pennsylvania, and defeating Johnny Rodz in a fictional tournament final in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil,
There
to unify the North American with the fictional South American. There is a fictional South American title.
Wow.
Oh my god!
In a fictitious tournament.
And a fictional title in a fictitious tournament. Yeah, that works. Oh
Oh my
man!
goodness. Yeah.
Quick,
What?
name their favorite Pat Patterson match. I guess what? Nobody can name one.
So
What's your
I'm trying to remember. There was
I would
a
say Sergeant Slaughter, Madison Square Garden boot camp match.
well, yeah, I was gonna say there's the matches with Slaughter. He also had a match with Ken Patera that had like some kind of gimmick to it that was really good back in the '80s. Oh, which one was it? I saw when I saw that years ago. I took part in this best of the WWF '80s project. I had to watch a gazillion matches from the '80s. So it was one of the matches I saw was Ken Patera and Pat Patterson. That is a really bloody match, but I don't remember what the gimmick was. It might have been like a last man standing Texas death match sort of thing. Something
So,
along those lines.
so this kind of means though that DiBiase taking the North American title, that was part of the St. Louis territory. So is that kind of when the St. Louis territory ended?
Mm.
And other people just started running the area?
Could be. Could be. Could be.
Let's see.
See, everybody likes to think that Vince McMahon brought everybody out, but I think it was happening before that. I think a lot of the territory started dying out before that, or like other people started snatching them up.
That must have been the North American, yeah, because that was then
Now,
after that it must have been the Mid South created. When did the Mid South create their North American title? I think it was way before that though.
Yeah, it was.
so the North American title, the WWF North American title, has a weird history because, okay, it says the first champion is Ted DiBiase, February 13th, 1979, awarded the title when he signed with the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, blah, blah. Then Pat Patterson beats him for it in June of '79 in Allentown. And then it says Seiji Sakaguchi beats Pat Patterson for it in a house show in Otaru, Japan. It was part of New Japan and then deactivated. April of 1981. So Sakaguchi was the final North American champion. But the title supposedly in September was unified with the fictional South American title to create the fictional Intercontinental title. This getting very meta, like Chris Nolan booked this, but
But who did DiBiase beat for the North American title and where?
No, they just gave it to him for signing.
gave it to him for signing. I wish if I signed a contract with someone, they would give me like a belt to commemorate. That'd be
So
awesome.
then DiBiase leaves again though,
Right.
and then comes back as in what '87 as $1 Million Man.
Money.
87 or '86. Oh, I wanted him to beat Hogan so bad. God.
You know, they really should have let the the thing where he bought the title off Andre. They should have let it stand instead of
Yeah.
doing the tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say a Savage as champion was great and all that. I'm not trying to take that away. But it's so much heat. It's so much heat to have this guy who just bought the title. I mean, so much heat.
I like listening to Ted DiBiase tell stories about the first time he was handed that $1 Million Man gimmick, and how Vince McMahon would actually give him Chris brand new $100 bills to throw around. So they started printing out fake money. He was like, I will pocket the money and keep it.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he came back and got another fictional belt, the $1 Million.
Yes.
oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh man. Who was that gimmick originally for? Because it wasn't for Ted DiBiase, wasn't it? It was for somebody else originally. And it worked better on Ted DiBiase.
Let me see if they say anywhere.
Yeah, there was like another gimmick. Yeah, there's a few gimmicks that were not made for the person who was using it, who made it famous. I remember when Vince McMahon, he wanted to call fucking Vader the Mastodon.
Well, let me tell you what it says on Wikipedia. Not saying this is the God honest truth, but this is what it says on Wikipedia. Just because this is interesting, the $1 Million Man character was based on the type of wrestler who Vince McMahon would want to be.
Oh my nice.
God, you talk about, I mean, and that gimmick on Ted DiBiase so overshadowed how fucking good of a wrestler he was.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because he's another one of those guys who was just, he got it. He was fucking talented. He knew, like, he just had it all. He had all the fucking tools. And then you gave him that personality, which he embraced. You know, it's just, it's crazy because, people are, oh yeah, $1 Million Man, like going, yeah, but Ted DiBiase, like,
They don't know about his whole run in Mid South before that.
Mid-South, Georgia, fucking Japan. I mean, he just,
I mean, he had an amazing career, really, but yeah, a lot of it people don't know about. And
St. Louis, he was in the St. Louis territory because they were eyeballing him to be world champion.
Yeah.
Flu said again, getting the character over with the crowd's more important than the actual wrestling skill. This is true. It is.
Yeah.
But my point is that the character was so powerful, it just makes people forget.
Right.
Yeah, that's how good he was. Right. Yeah.
And he had a lot of good matches.
I remember when he went to WCW, he didn't wrestle not even one match, did he?
No, he was retired.
Yeah.
He was already retired, really?
As a wrestler,
because I kept waiting for him to wrestle, and he never did.
I believe it wasn't in Japan or something that he got some kind of injury that he didn't wrestle again afterwards.
It might have been that run with him and Stan Hansen as tag team.
All right, let me see.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
This time. NPR Markout Mania, look it up.
Money, 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 money. Everybody has a price.
Let's see. Okay, after a few months back in All Japan Wrestling, where he won the World Tag Team titles with Hansen, he quietly announced his retirement due to sustaining an injury to 2 cervical discs in his neck and returned to the United States.
Yikes.
That's when he was managing the NWO.
Yeah.
So
he had managed the Steiners for a little bit.
Yeah, he went back. Yeah. He went back to the WWF for a while. He managed the $1 Million Corporation, Uh, so let's see. It included IRS, Bam Bam Bigelow, Nikolai Volkov, Kama, King Kong Bundy, Psycho Sid, 123 Kid, and in a swerve, Tatanka. Blah 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 blah.
Tatanka. Wow.
He had a ton of potential and just kind of. I thought his run could have been much better. I mean, he didn't even. It just his undefeated streak just went.
Yeah.
Just went out like a fart.
Yep. Tatanka.
Speaking of skills not mattering, Tatanka, Flu said.
He was a big power wrestler from the the late 80s.
Yeah.
But still.
What was his name again?
Chris Chavez.
Chris Chavez, yeah.
The War Eagle.
There you go.
The War Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Beefcake Warrior.
That was my mom back in the day loved two wrestlers, Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake. I don't know why.
Who did?
His mom.
His mom. Well, my
Yes.
mom.
His mom.
You sure?
My mom loved Hogan. She was a Hulkamaniac. And she loved Brutus Beefcake. She was like, how come he has those cutouts in his pants? He's not wearing any underwear? I'm like, bah, he's probably wearing a G-string, okay?
He's wearing pantyhose. That's what they were. In those cutouts, they were,
Yeah.
Bad Company had those style.
Yeah, Bad Company, yeah.
It's interesting. I never once thought about it when I was younger that he wasn't wearing underwear under there, but I can see where someone would come to that conclusion now.
Yeah.
I just didn't think about it back then. Flu said, as a child, I was a Brutus mark for sure. Loved the cutting jobbers hair stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them over.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said before, him and Greg Valentine, they were a very good tag team, in my opinion. There were nothing wrong with that tag team at all. And
No. I love Greg Valentine.
And
He
he
was
actually, Beefcake was actually involved in a few pretty decent matches back in that time period in the late 80s. So,
Didn't Beefcake and Valentine have that big feud with the British Bulldogs?
Yeah. And
and the Hart Foundation too, right?
I don't know about that.
No, because they were
recall that.
Jimmy Hart.
They were heels. Yeah, they're all managed by Jimmy
They just
Hart.
kind of disbanded.
Yeah.
After they lost the titles, they weren't around together a whole lot longer after that, maybe less than a year.
I remember Valentine and Santana going at it.
He had the feud with Honky Tonk Man that was supposed to lead to winning the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 4, but then he got injured, right? And then he had a side feud with Ron Bass because he might have got injured in a match against Ron Bass, and then they had a little thing, and then he was Hulk Hogan's buddy for a few things to tag along for, like against Zeus and Savage, and then stuff like that. Then he had
Oh
the
my
feud with
God!
Mr. Perfect.
Remember Zeus? Oh,
Of course, who doesn't remember Tiny Lister?
and then he was Z Gangsta in WCW. Oh,
Took me months to learn enough English to figure out he was the.
Oh, I see. He also used to love Valentine because I misheard his name as the Hamster, and I was like, "Oh my God, I love hamsters! They're so cute." Okay, I get the full story now. The hamster.
Greg Valentine, big ugly fucking dude.
he was awesome. I loved him.
Yeah, I liked Greg Valentine a lot.
But I mean, I hated him, but that's because he was great at being hated at. I mean,
Yeah.
If I ever got to meet Greg Valentine, I'd be like, man, congratulations, you worked the shit out of me. You know,
Yeah.
you made me. You got me to hate you. You
I
know,
tell
it was
you what,
great.
go back and watch some of his matches in the WWF from the 80s. Like, I'm talking about his WWF matches. We're not talking about the stuff he did outside of that, which is going to be more obviously whatever. But watch the ones from the WWF in the 80s where people be like, "Oh, it's the cartoon shit," and you're like, he's stiffing the fuck out of everybody. Like, he's just blistering these people with just the stiffest shit. And you're just like, whoa! Like, I didn't notice this when I was younger, that he was being so fucking stiff with everyone. But he was super stiff in some of those matches.
Him and Tito Santana has some wars.
I mean, I know. James and Brian Bell don't like Ronnie Garvin, but Greg Valentine and Ronnie Garvin stiffed the fuck out of each other, like in the late '80s in the WWF.
You know, when Greg Valentine turned on Ric Flair, and you know they sold out Greensboro Coliseum, and thousands were turned away to that one too, because you know they was so hot, and you know he joined the fucking Valentine joined the House of Humperdinck.
Had a face, a
House
mother
of
would
things.
had a face, a mother would have a hard time loving.
I think Johnny had a hard time teaming with him. He's like, oh God, kid, you're ugly. You're my
He had
kid.
that hair though. He had that hair never got messed up. It was always perfect. He had that flowing hair. Ugly face with gorgeous hair. Weird.
It was also weird when he dyed his hair black to team with
Honky Tonk,
yeah. I
Rhythm and blues, rhythm and blues.
That was horrible, man.
Rhythm
Come
and
on.
blues.
Neither one of them, either one.
I
That was
hated
bad.
that shit.
That
Was bad. Rhythm and blues. That was caca.
I mean, I think they're getting the most mileage out of them as they could at that point in time. So I kind of
Yeah, I
understand what
know,
they're
but
doing.
it was bad. Rhythm and blues. Oh.
But once again, I mean, the whole thing about Honky Tonk Man was that he was just so hateable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you just felt like he was garbage as a wrestler. That he was just terrible, unworthy. We shouldn't even have to see. I mean, he was as close to go away heat as you could get.
Yeah.
You know, but people wanted to see him get his ass kicked because you're like, there's no way this dude that's, you know, smooth as a fucking baby seal should be kicking people's asses, but he did.
So someone needs to reuse the beautiful Bobby Eaton gimmick. Doughy, a boy who thinks he's the world's handsomest bastard, is money.
Yeah,
man, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Playboy Buddy Rose was probably better than that than anybody.
Oh, that's true. He was.
Yeah, Flues, you should look up some of that stuff from Portland of Playboy Buddy Rose. Man, that you talk about the most diluted fucking persona ever. I mean, he would actually get on the mic and talk. Bobby couldn't do anything because his mouth was full of marbles. You know,
Bobby.
Bobby.
What you said, Bobby? I thought
we're coming to get you, Four Horsemen. Four Horsemen, we're going to get you.
True story.
We're going to wrestle you.
True story. Flues exposed me to stuff from Montreal years ago, and also Flues, along with Josh Ritter, we were like together. We all watched a lot of old French catch wrestling from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s at one point in time. So he's been through some deep dives with me back in the day.
Now, why don't you take him and show him some of that shitty marigold?
So, oh my god!
Like, hey, next time we're doing a watch along thing. Let's watch some Stardom wrestlers who I actually know.
James, everything okay?
Yeah. That's a quick phone call.
Oh.
My mom Dukes, instead of texting, she likes to call sometimes when something's
Right.
wrong, but there was nothing wrong. She was being an
Oh,
idiot.
that's good.
She likes to bother you
Hey.
at every wrong moment.
Yeah, exactly. So, Mom, do a podcast. What is it? Yeah. Okay, shut up. Bye.
Damn.
This is why she didn't tell you about your damn your WrestleCade autograph poster until after the show went off the air.
I know, right? I know. I still give a shit about that. You know that?
That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. So, you guys gonna watch any more Bozilla matches, or are they just
I
crap
don't
now?
I watched another bad one. Just another fucking tiny ass little nothing girl, just battling her,
Well, it
just
was
the
no.
same size as her.
We watched.
Well,
It was her versus Nane Takahashi, who's Nane Takahashi's been around forever and a day. She was the last three WA champion in All Japan Women when they closed shop. She's getting old herself. She can barely walk, as we saw. She can barely kind of move. She, that sort of old wrestler hobbled like kind of walk thing they do. That's how she
Yeah.
walks around. Yeah, I don't know. It was just
I like to call it the Tanahashi. Yeah.
Tanahashi be like, I call it the list
Yeah.
of the wrestlers.
Oh man. I just want to see Bozilla at NXT. I'll be happy.
Yeah, James, you just want to. We know what you want to see. We we know what you want to see on Bozilla.
Get up! Thank God.
James gonna pull a damn Andy Kaufman and challenge her to a match.
Yeah.
He's gonna give her
walk around with a fake neck brace.
The script's gonna be like, pants down, get up.
Yeah, I'll get kicked in the face, but sure.
Anything else been going on besides the wrestling? We know we talked about the Queen of Villains. Any other TV shows or movies y'all been watching?
I watched the premiere of Penguin. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The Penguin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. The makeup that they do on Colin Farrell, he is unrecognizable.
They said it takes him 4 hours.
4 hours? Damn.
4 hours to get him in that makeup.
He is unrecognizable. And they even show his foot. So you see why he waddles like that. There's a deformity on his foot. And it's really good, man. It's really good. I was like, oh, cool. HBO pull no punches either because it's gory. They curse. It's bad. Everybody's. There's no rootable character. Even the Penguin's mom is brutal.
Yeah. He says, you know what Queen of Villains made me realize? The Chigusa from Crush Cows is the same Chigusa as the fat bully trainer in Gaia Girls. Yes, she is the same person. I can't believe you didn't know that. There's only one Chigusa in Nagoya. It's the same person. The one who was at one time the hottest like baby face in Joshi Pro Wrestling probably ever was also became this weird abusive trainer. Well, they look nothing alike. They did look alike. I mean, she just got older and fatter. I mean, what do you want? What do you expect?
What they did to a Queen of Villains, they actually had the same bathing suits. They were wearing the same bathing suits as they wore in the match.
Right? Yeah, you can see in the trailers. Yeah, that they got the outfits pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm. I was like, look at that, It made me watch the YouTube matches over and over again. I was like, wait a minute, and I went back to the match. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh, did you see the WWE on their WWE Vault YouTube channel? They put out like 45 minutes of matches of both Dump and Bull Nakano, and then the Crush Girls in the WWF in the 80s, in the mid 80s.
Mm.
So there's like a
Yeah,
45-minute video with all their matches from the like a U.S. excursion back in the mid 80s.
the Crush Gals. But the actresses playing the Crush Gals are yeah, they're step up.
Same outfits, way better hair. Stephanie and I last Sunday we watched The Boy and the Heron, the Miyazaki film, the last one. It was underwhelming. It was underwhelming, is what I'll say. It was like it has all the usual Miyazaki panache. You know, this it has his greatest hits, so to speak, the big, visuals and stuff. But the story is like so skeletal, almost non-existent. It's like almost it really was a bunch of nothing. The story was really a bunch of nothing, and it had sort of if you've lost a mother like in your life, if your mother has passed away, it had some grief trauma trigger or whatever in it. But so it's like sort of cheap grief triggering, and then skeletal, almost non-existent story, and then his greatest hits stylistic stuff. It was kind of a bunch of nothing, but it looked beautiful, right? So
yeah, I mean, I think we all figured it was going to look good.
Yeah.
Speaking of a bunch of nothing, I saw the reboot of The Crow.
Oh yeah, really?
Oh, God, it's that's got some of the worst ratings I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's
11% on Rotten Tomatoes, which
the only thing it's got going for it is that every other word out of every character's mouth is fuck, and it's gory. That's it. It's not good.
What WWE wrestler would be most likely to sell music albums like Beauty Parent Crush Concert? No one. Why would anyone subject themselves to a Crow remake? They
I
love
wanted to see how bad it was, because movies are subjective. So I wanted to see how bad it was, if it was bad, and it's
See, I've never watched any of the Crow sequels.
Right. Right.
This thing either.
Exactly, Zeus. Exactly. Who would even be like, who would even watch the sequels and then be like, oh yeah, I'll watch this remake? Like, what? No.
Like I had briefly considered watching one of those sequels because it had David Boreanaz in it, but I was like, no, that's okay.
It was a gore fest. It's very gory, but I don't know. It didn't hit. If it was called something else, maybe, but it just didn't work.
Well, once again, it probably was an idea for an independent movie, and they're like, well, why are people going to go see this?
Dima Saul said the line in epic rap battle about no one ever see a sequel hit so hard. Damn. That's true.
Flu said I didn't even like the original Crow. Really?
It's interesting because if you read the comic or whatever, they didn't really resemble each other, right?
The comic resembles the new movie now.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. I saw the original in the theaters. I thought it was a pretty fun movie, but
at the time, at the time of the original Crow, everybody wanted that to be Batman.
It was stylistic popcorn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it had that goth look. It had the great soundtrack. It had and it was a bunch of just entertaining nothing. But Brandon Lee died for it, so it's like you had to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was. There's some things that don't hold up as far as some of the effects and things. But I mean, overall, it's almost all practical, and you got to give them points for that. you know, because nobody tried to go back and do digital effects or anything, remaster it and
Yeah.
stupid ass shit like that either. So
Flu said I didn't actually dislike it, but I had loads of friends who hyped it so much, and I just thought it was average. Yeah, I mean, that happens with a lot of stuff, just in general.
I love the movie. I'm not gonna front. I loved it.
Yeah. Because so many people hate Blade, and I love Blade. Blade's awesome.
I wanted to ask y'all: did either of you see the new Beetlejuice?
No, and I have no desire to watch that movie.
See, I don't either. It looks really cheap to me. Like the look of it looks really cheap to me.
Well, it's supposed to look. It's supposed to look exactly like the first one.
But it doesn't. It looks really cheap to me. Like it looks like they filmed it with I don't know, slightly better, slightly above a iPhone or something.
Well, you remember the movie 28 Days Later?
Okay.
Well,
they're
another
doing
sequel.
Another one.
Right, but there's all but the whole thing's going to be filmed on an iPhone.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not holding my breath either for that. But yeah, I have no desire to watch Beetlejuice. No,
the whoring of IP that just goes on constantly just drives me up the wall.
I'll watch it when it pops up on Netflix or some shit like that. But then I'll watch it. But I have no desire. None.
What I call the whole nostalgia porn, nostalgia pop thing, just this kind of, people just throw things out like, look, it's a reference to this thing from the past. Let's cosplay it. People are like, I love it.
It's member berry marketing.
Yeah.
Berry. All member berries, man. Remember? Remember? Yeah, I remember. Remember? Yeah, I remember Battlestar Galactica. Remember? Yeah, you remember.
Yep, as Tony Soprano once said, remember when's the lowest form of conversation. And plus, if I'm going to pay money to go see a movie, I'm going to go rewatch Alien Romance. So there you go.
You got wait? What was it, James?
Alien
money. Alien Romance. Yeah. I ran the sound in my head. Okay, Alien Romance. There is nothing original made for Gen Z to get behind. It's all recycled Boomer and Gen X stuff. Demas also
Petra's Farm remembers. I have no desire to watch it, man. It's like, why? I like Michael Keaton, but
Well, and the only thing I've heard people really say about this movie, they're like, Michael Keaton was great in it. He was so much fun. I loved it. Like,
yeah, but if I want to see Michael Keaton come back, I'll watch him come back as Batman.
Well, he's already done that too.
Yeah, he's done that too. So
he's already done that too in that Flash movie, which had all those issues. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've actually watched that Flash movie about 5 times.
Really? I thought you weren't hot on it.
I wasn't. I'm not.
Oh.
I just watch it. Like I watch it and I just picked and and then I sit there and I talk to the movie. And I'm like, make it make sense. I'm like, make it make sense, and it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm like, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that?
You need to do a Twitch stream of filming yourself having these conversations.
Yeah, look at Flues. We'll watch it Flash 5 times. It's like he's watching the Crow reboot. I ain't gonna lie to you, Flues. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So what's going on this week? James, I know you said you're probably headed to the doctor sometimes this week.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be DJing this week. I think it's time to get drained. So I might spend a few days in the hospital. So
yeah, I think I think we should kind of expect not to be doing the show next week.
Hey, I'll do it from the hospital room. I'm down. It depends. Let's see where we're at.
No. We don't want to accidentally, like, everyone gets subjected to the nurse changing the bedpan or something.
I'll put the nurse on live.
No, we know what you'll put the nurse on.
Now
James,
smack it.
we just want you to take care of your health. You just
Yeah, I'm doing what I got to do, Pedro. No worries. You know, I've had 4 appointments in the past 10 days, so I'm doing what I got to do. You know?
Zeus, what do you have going on this week? More work on Lady Blue Mane, which people can find on Instagram under Lady Blue
That's
Mane.
just coming out hot.
Yeah, that's working on that. You know, it's during the show here. So, yeah, I was vectorizing the Japanese title, and
Yes.
so then afterwards, after I get some lunch, I'll start on lettering page 3.
All right.
Cool. Lady Blue Main's gonna rock.
And I will show people really fast here the Zeus's Instagram, Lady Blue Mane. It's just look on Instagram, look for Lady Blue Mane. See, Lady Blue Mane, and yeah, he's got lots of previews of what's to come on his new comic book. So everyone, check it out.
I've also been looking into 3D printing for that for the super deformed Funko looking Lady Blue Mane, and possibly a pillow.
Oh, a pillow.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I remember there was these people on Twitter that were doing custom pillows, and I've seen them online, other people online. So I just have to figure it out and try to order one, and because I I'm gonna do her like that. I'm gonna do, I mean, obviously. And then I'll do Percentor and Major
No, Dro body pillows win. No, there are going to be no Dro body pillows.
Hawaiian shirts.
Be James is looking for the life size Bozilla.
Only it comes with a Hawaiian shirt.
Mania.
It yells at you when you lay on it.
James, I'll have to.
Get off of me! Stop!
I have to do the kawaii pose for it.
Yeah.
I have to go like.
I want a Lady Blue Mane pillow. I definitely want a Lady Blue Mane pillow.
I don't like where this conversation is going, but
no, that's odd. It's gonna be collectible. What's wrong with you? It's good. It's good. That and the Funko Pop and the limited edition steel books. all kinds of shit.
What's going on this week? Just looking at cards. We're going to continue looking at the mystery 10 of Stephanie's trading cards, and we looked at like half of it this past Tuesday. We'll look at the rest of it this Tuesday. Then Wednesday primetime jams, Friday night jams, and we'll just keep plugging away. And you can find my music and stuff wherever you stream your music: Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, YouTube Music, iTunes, Deezer. I'm on so many different streaming platforms. It's insane.
He's everywhere. He's like a traveling whore.
I'm everywhere. Yes.
Hey, Pedro, don't forget to tell him it's under your name, not Texas.
Yeah, Pedro Boyd. Yeah, Pedro Boyd. You can find me. Yeah, you have to look for Pedro Boyd. Pedro Boyd. I'll say it more anglicized. Pedro Boyd. So you have to look for Pedro Boyd.
Pedro Boyd.
Pedro Boyd. Y'all know people here in Texas freak out over my name. They just don't know what to do about it. But it's just how it is. It's how it be.
I think I need a guitar string.
Are you sure you're a Pedro? Because can I see your citizenship papers?
Pedro Boyd. I'm gonna go outside and walk my dog.
So yeah, everyone take care. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Brian Bell, Flues Maker, Dima Saul. Thank you guys for hanging out with more of a crowd than usual. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. We'll see y'all whenever we see y'all in the future. Probably won't be next week.
It'll be next week. I'll be ready to roll. Because if I'm gonna go to that, I'm gonna go Monday. So
it is probably
I'll be ready to roll.
It's most likely not going to be next week, but still.
I'm determined, damn it. All right. Bye, guys.
Skynet is determined as well. Everyone take care. Adios.
Oh, that was good, man.